Welcome back, y'all, to Sawyer Ridge Farm. So today we've gotten a lot of questions about, the new rabbit cage that we built. If you're new to this channel, okay, we just built a rabbit cage that you can kind of see here, and it's a 1- and 2-part series. We'll leave it up here for you to go back on so you kind of know what's going on. But people were asking, they wanted to see the rabbits in the cages, nest box in there, and just kind of see how it turned out. And so right now this is the new one that we just built. It came out really good. You can see right here with one of the rabbits in, we like to put a little block in there so they can kind of just get off the wire whenever they want. But they got pretty decent room in there. And we'll go down and we'll show you one with a nest box in it. Now this one does have, they just had little baby kits. Probably won't show you right now because I don't want to disturb them too much. But as you can see that she pulled all of her fur out, and I believe there's 10 of them in there. But we're just going to leave them be for now. When they get older, we'll definitely show you some videos. But you can see that there's no wood panel in there for them to stay on, because when they have the nest box, they can get in the nest box, and they also like to climb up on the nest box. So the wood board, when they have a nest box, isn't really necessary for them to get up on to get their feet off the wire. But as you can tell, these are the cages. And so a lot of people were asking about, what we do with winter and wind and things. And there's two things you got to worry about with rabbits in the wintertime, is mainly just keep them dry and the wind. Those are the two things. They can withstand very cold temperatures, okay? So what we do right now, this is not the ideal setup that we want, but just given the circumstances that we were put in, we just do what we can. As always, Marines adapt and overcome. So our ideal setup for this area, we're going to be building a lean-to off of our shop, and it's going to extend out over all these cages. And then these cages will be hooked and they'll be hanging in the future. Right now, like I said, we just did what we could. Got cinder blocks, and we put them on 4, I believe it's 4 sides, 2 pillars on the end, and then 2 in the middle. Give it nice and stable where it won't move around very much. So the other thing is for the roof we have, like I said, it's not ideal, but we just put a tin along the side on the top, and there's enough overhang on both. As you can see, it protects their hay and their feed, and on the other side too, it just hangs off just enough. And we put tin on both sides of it just to kind of help the wind, kind of a windbreak. We don't get a whole lot of wind in this particular area. That's why we kept them here, because we live, it's a big, we pretty much live almost on a ridge, and it's big hills, and we got a lot of trees, so it's almost a natural windbreak in this area. So we don't need a whole lot of windbreak, but I did give them some. And then when it gets really, really, really cold, especially since they're kitten right now, we have this it's pretty much a canvas tarp, and we just pull it down and it lays over the front end. And we do that on really cold nights, and really we only do it because of the kits. The kits can get cold, and so that's our main concern. But the mamas, they can survive very cold temperatures, pretty much almost anywhere. So that's kind of how we protect them from the elements. Like I said, 2 things: keep them dry and keep the wind off them. You do that, you're doing good, okay? And so like I said, this isn't our exact setup that we want, but we do what we can. Well, our ideal kind of future is once we start ramping this up and we start selling some more kits and stuff, it takes money to build a lot of stuff. And so we're going to be building probably, at least 1, maybe 2 more of these cages, and they're going to go on this side of it. It's kind of going to replace these temporary cages we kind of have here, and it's going to just be all unison of the same cages and everything. I believe it'll look real nice, and when you have that lean-to coming over, hanging them up, and it'll be real easy cleaning under the cages and everything. So that's kind of the setup, like y'all were kind of asking how we do things over here. And I kind of wanted to also show you why we went towards these wire cages. I've had multiple type of, rabbit hutches, and we're going to show you here in a second on kind of why we went with these that I think that I've seen over the, the years that I've done it. They just seem a little more sanitary, and whenever you do have to clean them, it doesn't seem, you have to do a whole lot. There is a little bit of a maintenance, but we'll go over and show you this other hutch that we've used. It's a good hutch, but there is some flaws to it. But if you're starting to make some of these, just consider this whenever you're thinking about your design. So let's go over there and show you this other hutch. All right, so we're here at this rabbit hutch that we've had for a while. And I want to say by any means, I am no expert in this, okay? I've been raising rabbits for a couple of years, and I've learned some things, but I'm not saying this is a bad setup. It's actually a pretty good setup. The setup that we have is not the best. You're not going to have the best setup, okay? And so whenever you watch these things, the way I've always done it, when I want to make something, I watch multiple things. I do research, and the old phrase, eat the meat, spit out the bones. Find the things that you do like about this setup, the wire setup. Take bits and pieces and form them to your own, what you like, okay? That's what I always do. All right, so some of the things that we don't like about this hutch, and I'll show you here real quick. So one thing we don't like is whenever you build these, a lot of people will build them like this. They have the wood. That's how everyone does it. The thing I've seen with this is poop will build up here on the wood. It just sits here because it has nowhere to go down. Like with the wire cages, it's all holes around, and it's less likely to build up as much on you when you do it with the wire cage. You can see back here in the corner that they poop and pee in the same area every single time. And just over time, it being in that same area, and if you're not on top of cleaning it, daily, or if it's starting to build up or what have you, you can see right there that the wire is getting eaten away from just the urine and all that. Because it's in that corner with the wood, and it just sits there because they poop in the same area every single time. And so if you're not on top of it, it can ruin the floor. The other kind of flaw to this design is nest boxes right here. This is a really good concept, and like I said, this is a good hutch for somebody that just has 3 rabbits, like 2 does and a buck, or just a buck and a doe. This is a really good setup. I really liked it. We've used it for years. When we first started, this is what we started with. But the things that I've seen over the years, and this is just, if you're going to be building something like this, this is the things to think about, okay? So in here in the nest box, get in here and show. It's just, a regular, just kind of little room, and they get into it with a little hole off here to the side. I don't know if you can see that, but it just goes in there, and that's where they naturally will have their kits at. Now, some problems that we've seen with having a permanent nest box like this is, depending on your rabbit, we've had rabbits that they just use it as a litter box. And if you're not, looking in there all the time, if you're not expecting to have any kits, it can build up. And then kind of once that happens, we had to drill holes in it and then get a hose and scoop it out. And it's very hard to kind of clean inside there. Especially if you have a rabbit that constantly does that. And if you can't switch them out of that cage, then that's a problem. One thing that you can do to fix that is on the door, on the inside where they come in, you can put a piece of wood there and block them off if they're not going to be having kits, or if they just constantly keep doing that. That's one design that you can do to kind of fix that problem. But that's kind of the main problems that you kind of have with this kind of hutch wood setup, is you have that hang, and it just builds up on that wood. And with the wire cages, it seems like it doesn't happen as often. You're gonna have to clean them. Everything has maintenance to it. But like I said, this isn't a bad hutch. We've used it for years, and when we just had a smaller couple rabbits, it worked out really good. It's not too heavy. You can move it around. Like I said, it's on the little stands. So if you're thinking about using one of these, they're good, but just have that in mind, you know, to maybe try to design it a little bit better. I did not build this, okay? I got this from my parents. They were raising rabbits for a little bit, and then they got out of it, and I got it from them. This is what I started with, was this thing right here, but we're kind of phasing this out. So like I said, not bad, but just remember those design kind of flaws, and maybe you can kind of tweak it. One thing, just thinking about it on the nest box area, to make it probably clean a lot better, which if we were going to be using this, I probably would have done it, but cut the board on the bottom, make it where it can kind of pop out, and you can pull it out, you can, you know, clean it off, and then you can stick it back in there and put it down. That could be a design that you do if you're building something like this, that the bottom can actually come out and clean it. So another thing that you could do with the permanent nest box with the flooring, just have it cut out, and then you could put that like wire mesh, like what we made with the wire cages. You could put that on the bottom of it, so if they do start to poop and pee in there, it could just kind of come out, and it may be a little bit less maintenance than just having the wood. If you want the wood, just make it where it can kind of come out, and then, you know, you can clean it a lot better. But guys, that's pretty much all. We just kind of want to give you a little bit of an update on the rabbits, the way how the cages are doing. And if you're trying to build some cages and maybe you don't like the wire cages and you want more of a self-sustaining, this is kind of a setup in all. You kind of just put this out. It doesn't need, like, you know, a roof over it or anything. It's kind of self-containing. And if you just got a couple rabbits, this is a pretty good one. But just remember those design kind of flaws and try to maybe make it a little bit better so you don't have as much maintenance or headaches down the road. Well, that's going to wrap up today's video. If y'all thought this video was informational, hit that like button. And I just ask if you subscribe to our channel. We live that farming, homesteading lifestyle. So if you like that, just keep watching. If you got any questions about this rabbit hutch or other cages or anything of that nature, leave them down in the comments, and we'll try to answer them to the best of our abilities. But y'all take care, and God bless. Now, I just want to tell y'all guys, I'm not an expert by any means of anything, okay? But I do want to say, let me restart that. Look at that. Ew, what was that? That didn't even sound English. Let me get a drink. Gotta wet the whistle. If you like that, hit the subscribe button.